Hey everyone, Chag Sameach. I want to wish you a wonderful Sukkot, a joyous holiday. We are approaching the last couple of days of the holiday, which are Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah. I'm going to share a little something about these last days of the beautiful festival season of the month of Tishrei. We started the Rosh Hashanah, where in our prayers we declare God as King of the universe, not only as a parent, Avinu, but also Malkeinu, our King, and we say that term multiple times in Rosh Hashanah. And then Yom Kippur, the Day of Forgiveness, where we take a little look inward and examine what we've done the past year, how can we be better. And then Sukkot, time of celebration. We celebrate God's protection of our people throughout our history. And then comes the very end of the holiday, Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah. What is it all about? Well, Shmini Atzeret is called the 8th day of assembly, gathering together. You see, if you examine the sacrifices that were brought on Sukkot, there were additional sacrifices that added up to the number 70. On the first day they brought 13, then 12, then 11, 10, and so on, until if you added them all together, you reach 70. 70, our sages tell us, represents the nations of the world. We celebrate God as God of all people, all of humanity. And then comes Shmini Atzeret, we go down to one sacrifice. This symbolizes our connection with God. Just us as the Jewish people and God together. And then we have Simchat Torah. Simchat Torah is when we dance with the Torah. We celebrate the completion of the cycle of reading the Torah. Interestingly, we do not celebrate it by opening the Torah. Although we do read the Torah just like on every holiday, the celebration is by dancing with the Torah closed in its cover. Why do we do that? Well, let me tell you the explanation for that. The Torah is called a Yerusha, an inheritance. We say, Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Moshe commanded us the Torah. Morasha kihilat Yaakov. It is an inheritance for the congregation, for the community of Jacob, meaning the Jewish people. An inheritance is something that we receive from those that came before us. The Torah is ours regardless of how much we study. When we celebrate the Torah, we celebrate it not by learning it, because when we learn the Torah, each person learns it on their level, on their way of understanding. What we celebrate is the essential connection that we have with the Torah. Then that we celebrate with the Torah closed, because it's not about what we understand, how much we've learned, how smart we are. It's about the Torah is mine. It's a treasure. It's been gifted to us from generation to generation for thousands of years. That is worth celebrating. Then we'll open it up and read what's inside. But first, we have to celebrate this tremendous treasure that we've been given by our ancestors. I wish you all a Chag Sameach, a joyous, truly celebratory Simchat Torah. And even if you can't get out and dance with the Torah, you could grab a chumash and just dance in your living room. There's no way that someone can't just dance alone. There's no problem with that. Just give it all you got and celebrate the warmth, the treasure of the Torah that is our life. Chag Sameach.